Hi. It feels really weird to film a video right now, and to also be doing literally anything. Um, I'm filming this because I'm not gonna get my review out in time. It's just gonna have to happen sometime in November. Um, oh my God, I need to talk so that I don't have dead space because I'm not planning on editing this. But it, if you are a human who's been breathing, there was a shooting in Pittsburgh at a synagogue called Tree of Life. The synagogue is 10 minutes away from my house. I used to work 5 blocks away. These are great feelings. And it's been like super awful. And yeah. And also, the only people I'm seeing like caring about this anymore are people who are not Jews, which sucks. Um, and Jews from other places are like so butthurt over everything, and mm, it's like if you're not here, you can't like understand what it feels like to be here and to be Jewish. Like there were non-Jewish people I know who went out that same night because it's Halloween weekend. And it was like it didn't matter, like nothing had happened. Like there was nothing that happened 10 minutes away from where you live. No hate crimes of any sort happened at all. Great. I do know one Jew who went out and like I support her because like if I could have stopped thinking about it, I totally would have, and I would have gotten drunk and it would have been great. And I just don't know how to process this. I had a nightmare then like Saturday that I inadvertently caused a white supremacist to kill a whole bunch of Jews that I knew. Great. Such a good feeling. Uh-uh. I don't like it. Don't like that feeling at all. Um, it really does feel like the only people that are like here for us right now are other Pittsburghers. Yeah. Which is nice because Pittsburghers are fucking amazing and resilient. And I think we have like the highest number of environmental nonprofits per capita or per square, whatever, in all of America. You can look it up. I'm not gonna fucking put it in the link. Are you kidding me? Um, and I feel sad. I feel empty. I feel depressed. I feel like there is a heavy weight just on me all the time. And I didn't even know anyone who died. Um, Baruch Hashem. Like, I'm very, very, very grateful. Um, I went to both vigils. At the first vigil, a woman who was standing next to me and my friends got a call that someone that she knew died. She started sobbing hysterically. And I try not to think about it, but it's still something that happened, and it's something that I like should think about. And I should think about like the grief that I'm feeling and some of the guilt that I'm feeling and why I like can't like get over it. I mean, the one thing that has helped was that we said Kaddish at the second vigil. And if you don't know what that is, you can either look it up or listen, because it's the mourner's prayer. You say it when someone dies. And we heard from the rabbi at Tree of Life, and like I know people who lost people. I know people who grew up in Squirrel Hill. I did go to all my classes today, which is just amazing, but I did not go to my general body meeting because I can't run at full capacity right now. I have like teared up over it, but I haven't cried, and I'm wondering like what the fuck I'm holding back. and I did not used to be like this, but I'm like afraid of not being fine when like big things happen, and I'm only comfortable not being fine when like my weird psychoses are worse. Um, and maybe that's because I feel, I guess, maybe a little bit of pressure to be a community leader because I am here. Um, but at the same time, like, you know, just because I'm a community leader doesn't mean I can't grieve, you know? And like, one of my mentors lives in Squirrel Hill. Actually, I think both of my mentors live in Squirrel Hill. I don't know. Um, I have a capstone that's due on Thursday, and I got an extra day on it. And I have been writing it, but it's like I'm not happy with it, and I can't think about it enough to make it better because, you know, everywhere I go is just, we're all either talking about um, the shooting or we're not talking about the shooting. And in Hannah Moskowitz's book, Invincible Summer, the oldest brother talks about like how like when he's with his family, it's either um, too loud and they're talking about nothing, or they're like not talking about the important things. And like that's exactly what this feels like. Because Twitter doesn't get it. Basically, like everyone I follow on Twitter is not Jewish, and so they're all like already moved on to the Brazil, like, I'm so sorry, there's this fucking fly and I want to kill it so bad. Oh my god, go to hell. Even though Jews have no concept of hell. Great. But there's like the election that's going on in Brazil, and like we have our election coming up, and like, I can't think about these things, even though I already voted here, and I can't vote in another country, so it's like, whatever. Um, Sorry, this fly is just driving me crazy, and I'm not editing this, and I'm not going to keep apologizing because this is a video about dealing with this stupid fucking thing that happened to us. And I wish that I had something more like insightful to say, but like everyone who's not Jewish or doesn't live in Pittsburgh has moved on so fast, and it's like I can't, like I can't, like I'm not, like I feel better, and I went to my classes, and I didn't stay like in bed or just not do anything all day like I did the other days. But it's, we're not there yet, and I don't like that it feels like the rest of the world is setting the pace for grief for us. And it almost feels like, oh, but there's so many other important things going on in the world. Like, you should be over it already because all of the Goyim are over it. And I'm not over it. And my grandma was saying to me on the phone today, she was like, you'll probably remember this vividly for the rest of your life. And I was like, great, that's so fun. Love remembering sitting in my futon being scared to leave the house and just hearing so many sirens. Like, how fun. Um, I mean, she is right. And, like, I don't know. It's a lot to think about and a lot to feel. And it just, like, helps to talk about it and process it. And the nice thing about this camera is that it can't interrupt me. And, I mean, I hope you guys fucking realize that anti-Semitism is real. This is the largest killing of Jewish people, the largest, most violent anti-Semitic act in United States history. There's never been 11 Jews killed by a terrorist before, so that's fun. And it happened where I fucking live, so that's also great. Um, And I mean, we all can obviously like conceptualize that it's different when it's your community where you live, but it's the community where I live, and it's no good. It is no bueno. Um, and I don't want this video to be that long because no one's gonna watch it, so I think I'm gonna stop here, even though I could just keep repeating the same things because it sucks so fucking hard. And I don't know what to do with myself or what to do for anyone else. And we've raised um, hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of like 2 to 3 days for congregants of Tree of Life and people living in Squirrel Hill, which is 10 minutes east of where I live. And I mean, I guess there's nothing like what do we do when we've raised so much money that we don't know what to do with it anymore, you know? Like, I think we're close to getting to covering all funeral costs, which is important. But then what? Personally, I think that they should redo the sanctuary where the shooting happened because no one should have to walk into that room and feel like they're reliving that horrible fucking moment ever again. But it almost feels like, we're throwing money at the problem, uh, and the tragedy and thinking that that's going to fix or do something. And I feel like, well, but like, what else? And like, what's next? Um, and I know an organization that I used to work with is giving challah, which is like the bread that we eat on Shabbat, to the families and the people living in Squirrel Hill. But what about the rest of Shiva, which is the 7-day mourning process of whatever you do when you're Jewish? You know, is it enough? Is it too much? Um, when will I start to feel okay and be able to like give more of myself to like fixing all of this and making everyone's lives better, you know? And tomorrow Trump comes, so that's going to be really great. So I guess what I want to say is the rest of you have to stand up for us because a lot of the people that I know are still not, we don't know what to do. And the strongest among us have stood up and are helping and are doing. And, those of us who haven't lost people are getting back to a place where we can help and do. But we can't be the only ones helping and doing, and we can't be the only ones standing up against anti-Semitism. We can't be the only ones trying to get gun control reform, and it can't be just the Parkland kids either, and it can't be just those other victims of gun violence, But also when you're doing these things, make sure that you say who you're doing it for. You're doing it for us, the Jews of Pittsburgh, the Jewish community of Pittsburgh. And I mean, I guess that's all that we can really ask is to just like keep helping us until we can help ourselves, and even then offer help. So thanks for listening, you guys. And next time I see you, I intend for it to be a book review. We will see. Because it's just going to depend on how I'm doing and my homework and my capstone that I hate. And if there's any other acts of terrorism in my locale, which God fucking forbid. So hopefully next time you see me, I will be feeling better and doing better and will have read a book. And will have finished my capstone paper. Thank you for watching. If you want to help out, just fucking use Google because I don't have the energy in me to give you guys anything. So Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
Oh, Mamma Mia, here I go